Have you ever noticed how some people can focus on a single task for hours while you get distracted every 5 minutes? What if I told you there are secret practices used by history's greatest minds to achieve superhuman concentration? Today, I'll reveal these secrets that will change your life forever. Ready to learn how to train your brain like a muscle and achieve laser-sharp focus? Then stay until the end. In today's world of distractions, our ability to concentrate has become a real superpower. But what is concentration actually? Concentration is the ability to direct all your attention to one specific task or object. It's like a laser beam that can cut through steel because all its energy is focused at one point. Imagine Einstein developing the theory of relativity, or Mozart composing a symphony. These geniuses weren't born with special brains. They simply knew the secrets I'm about to share with you today. But before we move on to the practices, let's understand why it's so hard for modern people to concentrate. Why have we lost the ability to concentrate? Our brains evolved in conditions where survival depended on constantly scanning the environment. We had to notice every rustle in the bushes, every change in our fellow humans' behavior. This system worked perfectly in the Stone Age. But in the digital era, it became a curse. Every notification, every phone sound activates ancient survival mechanisms. Our brain thinks, danger, need to check immediately. Research shows, after each distraction, it takes an average of 23 minutes to fully return to the task. Imagine, if you're distracted 10 times a day, you lose almost 4 hours of productive time. But there's good news. Concentration is like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it becomes. The science of concentration, what happens in your brain. When you concentrate, amazing things happen in your brain. The prefrontal cortex, the center of executive functions, becomes active. At the same time, activity in the default mode network is suppressed, the part responsible for mind-wandering and internal dialogue. This process can be enhanced with special practices. And now I'll tell you the most powerful ones. First secret practice, Pomodoro 2.0 method. You've heard of the classic Pomodoro technique? 25 minutes of work, 5 minutes of rest. But here's the secret nobody tells you. True concentration masters use adaptive Pomodoro. Start with 15 minutes of full concentration. Set a timer and work on one task. No notifications, no social media. Just you and your task. When you feel tired, take a break for exactly half the concentration time. Worked 15 minutes, rest 7 to 8 minutes. Each day, increase concentration time by 2 to 3 minutes. In a month, you'll be able to work for 45 to 60 minutes without a single distraction. It's like gym training, but for your brain. But here's a secret few people know. During breaks, don't check social media or watch videos. It's best to just sit with your eyes closed or look out the window. This allows your brain to truly rest and restore resources for the next concentration cycle. Francis Ford Coppola filmed The Godfather using exactly this technique. He worked in intensive blocks, completely disconnecting from work between them. Second secret practice, concentration anchors technique. Ancient monks used this technique to meditate for 12 hours straight. The essence is creating a physical trigger that instantly switches your brain to deep concentration mode. Choose a simple action. Clench your fist, touch your earlobe, or take 3 deep breaths. Every time you start concentrated work, perform this action. In 2 weeks, your brain will create a strong neural connection. One simple movement and you instantly enter flow state. Steve Jobs used his famous black turtleneck as a concentration anchor. Every time he put it on, he tuned into creative work. But there's an even more powerful way to create anchors. Use a combination of physical action, smell, and sound. For example, clench your fist, inhale peppermint oil, and play the same melody. Such a multisensory anchor creates much stronger neural connections. Some professional chess players use exactly this technique before important tournaments. Important point. The anchor must be unique. Don't use actions you do in regular life. Create a special ritual only for concentration. Third secret practice, reverse planning method. Most people plan from present to future. The secret is to do the opposite. Imagine the result you want to achieve by the end of the day. Now mentally move backward. What needs to be done an hour before that? 2 hours? 3? This method creates a crystal clear goal and eliminates all unnecessary tasks. Your brain naturally focuses on what's truly important. Elon Musk uses exactly this approach to manage his companies. He always knows the end goal and works backward. Here's a practical example. Say you need to write an important report by the end of the day. Instead of thinking, it's 9 a.m., I have the whole day, think like this. At 6 p.m. the report must be ready, so at 5 p.m. I should be finishing editing. At 4 p.m., final review. At 3 p.m. main writing, and so on. This method not only improves concentration but eliminates procrastination. When you know exactly what to do at each moment, your brain stops resisting and switches on productivity autopilot. American astronauts use reverse planning to prepare for missions. Every second of flight is scheduled in advance, allowing them to maintain concentration in extreme conditions. Fourth secret practice, flow entry ritual. Every concentration master has their own ritual. This is a sequence of actions that prepares the brain for deep work. Create your ritual from 3 to 5 simple actions. For example, drink a glass of water, play background music, put away your phone, light a candle, open a notebook. Perform this ritual every time before important work. In a few weeks, it will become a powerful concentration trigger. Haruki Murakami wakes up at 4 a.m. every day and performs the same ritual before writing novels. The result? Dozens of bestsellers and worldwide recognition. But here's what's interesting. The ritual works not only as a psychological trigger, but as a way to trick brain resistance. When you tell yourself, I'm going to work for 8 hours now, your brain panics. But when you say, I'll just perform my ritual, there's almost no resistance. And then magic happens. You've performed the ritual, sat down to work, and concentration turns on automatically. Your brain already knows that after this sequence of actions comes a period of deep work. Secret tip: make the ritual pleasant. Play favorite music, brew good tea, light an aromatic candle. Your brain should anticipate this moment with excitement, not fear. Famous writer Stephen King sits in the same chair every morning, turns on the same lamp, and begins work with the same ritual. He's written over 60 novels using this simple but powerful technique. Fifth secret practice: empty space technique. Your work environment directly affects your ability to concentrate. The secret is creating empty space, a place where there's nothing unnecessary. Remove everything from your desk except one item related to your current task. Hang one motivating poster on the wall or leave the wall empty. Minimalism in space creates maximalism in concentration. When there's nothing for your eyes to get distracted by, your brain naturally focuses on work. But that's not all. Research shows that even digital space order affects concentration. Clean your computer desktop, leaving only necessary shortcuts. Close all unnecessary browser tabs. There's a rule: one place, one task. If you work at a desk, don't eat there. If you read in a chair, don't watch TV there. Your brain should associate each place with a specific type of activity. Japanese Zen philosophy teaches, empty space is not absence, but possibility. When you remove excess from your work zone, you create space for creativity and deep thoughts. Albert Einstein, strangely enough, worked in a rather cluttered office. But when it came to solving complex problems, he went to the blackboard and left only one formula on it. Empty space helped him see the solution. Sixth secret practice: focus breathing. Most people don't know how proper breathing affects concentration. Here's the secret technique used by special forces for instant focus. Take a breath for 4 counts, hold your breath for 4 counts, exhale for 6 counts. Repeat 5 times. This technique instantly activates the parasympathetic nervous system and puts your brain in a state of calm alertness, the perfect state for concentration. Military snipers use a similar technique to achieve superhuman accuracy. One correct breath can change everything. But there's an even more advanced version of this technique. It's called box breathing or tactical breathing. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold again for 4. Imagine drawing a square in the air with your breath. This technique is used not only by military personnel but also by surgeons before complex operations. When concentration is a matter of life and death, there's no room for error. Interesting fact, proper breathing not only improves concentration but increases creativity. When your brain gets enough oxygen, neurons work more efficiently and new ideas appear. Try it right now. Do 5 cycles of focused breathing and feel how your state changes. Many people notice the effect from the first time. 7th secret practice, one-task method. In a world of multitasking, this sounds like heresy, but science has proven multitasking kills concentration and reduces productivity by 40%. The secret is to choose one most important task for the day and work only on it until complete completion. Write this task on a piece of paper and put it in front of you. Every time you want to switch, look at the paper and return to work. Warren Buffett, one of the most successful investors in the world, uses the 25-to-5 rule. He chooses 5 most important goals from 25, then focuses only on one. But here's the paradox. When you work on one task, your brain starts generating ideas for other projects. Don't ignore them. Keep a notebook nearby and write down these thoughts, but don't switch to them. This is called the capture technique. You capture the idea on paper so your brain calms down and returns to the main task. David Allen, in his book, Getting Things Done, calls this freeing up mental RAM. When your brain knows an idea is recorded, it stops reminding you about it and can fully focus on current work. Bill Gates is famous for his think weeks, periods when he completely isolates himself from the outside world and works only on one big idea. This is how Microsoft's development strategy for decades ahead was born. 8th secret practice, digital detox. Your smartphone is concentration's most insidious enemy. The average person checks their phone 96 times a day. That means distraction every 10 minutes. Here's a radical method. During important work, completely turn off your phone and put it in another room. The first days will be tough. You'll feel real withdrawal. But in a week, your ability to concentrate will increase dramatically. Here's a gentler approach for beginners. Use apps that block distracting sites and notifications. But true concentration masters go further. They create phone stations. Designate a special place in your house for your phone. When you come home, put it there and don't take it until morning. This not only improves concentration but sleep quality. Steve Jobs, creator of the iPhone, didn't allow his children to use iPads and limited gadget time. He knew what he had created and understood the danger. Interesting experiment. Try one day a week completely without your smartphone. Many people discover it's one of the most productive and creative days of their lives. Remember, technology should serve you, not control your life. Every notification is someone else's priority bursting into your time. 9th secret practice, focused visualization. Professional athletes use the power of imagination to achieve peak results. You can apply this technique to train concentration. Every morning, imagine how you work with laser focus. Visualize yourself completely absorbed in a task, ignoring all distractions. The brain doesn't distinguish real experience from vividly imagined. Regular visualization creates neural pathways for deep concentration. But there's a secret to effective visualization. Engage all senses. Don't just imagine how you work. Feel the texture of the keyboard under your fingers. Hear the sound of your breathing. Feel confidence in every cell of your body. Professional athletes spend up to 30% of training time on mental preparation. Why not apply the same principles to work? Create a detailed mental movie. You sit down to work, feel a surge of energy, easily immerse yourself in the task. Time flies by unnoticed, and the result exceeds expectations. Repeat this visualization every morning for 5 to 10 minutes. In a month, you'll notice that reality begins to match your mental images. Michael Phelps mentally swam each race before every swim, imagining every movement, every breath. The result, 23 Olympic gold medals. 10th secret practice, 2 minutes plus rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. But here's the secret addition. If a task takes more than 2 minutes, break it into 2-minute blocks. Any complex task becomes simple if you break it down into small pieces. This reduces brain resistance and allows you to easily enter flow state. Remember, concentration is not a talent, it's a skill. And like any skill, it can be developed to mastery level. Start with one practice today. Tomorrow, add a second. In a month, your ability to concentrate will surpass 95% of people. Great achievements are born not from genius, but from the ability to focus on what truly matters. Bonus techniques for advanced practitioners. If you've already mastered the basic practices, here are some secret techniques for concentration masters. White noise technique. Not all sounds distract. Some, on the contrary, help concentrate. White noise, nature sounds, or special concentration music can drown out distracting sounds and create a sound cocoon for work. Research shows that certain sound frequencies, especially in the 40 Hz range, stimulate brain alpha waves associated with calm concentration. Temperature zone technique. Environmental temperature directly affects cognitive abilities. The optimal temperature for concentration is 20 to 22 degrees Celsius. Too hot, the brain spends energy cooling the body. Too cold, it gets distracted warming up. Find your ideal temperature and maintain it during work. Focus lighting technique. Light brightness and color affect hormone production responsible for alertness and concentration. Cool white light, 5,000 to 6,500 K, stimulates brain activity. Warm light relaxes. Use bright cool light for complex tasks and warm dim light for creative work. Energy waves method. Every person has their own biological concentration rhythms. Some are most productive in the morning, others in the evening. Study your rhythms and plan the most important work during concentration peaks. Keep an energy diary for a week. Every hour rate your concentration level from 1 to 10. You'll see patterns and can optimize your schedule. Contrast shower for the brain technique. Switching between different types of tasks can refresh your brain like a contrast shower refreshes your body. If you're tired of analytical work, switch to creative work for 15 to 20 minutes, then return to the main task. But remember, this isn't multitasking. This is conscious switching with full immersion in each task. You've just learned secrets that will change your life forever. These practices will transform you from someone who constantly gets distracted into a concentration and productivity machine. But knowing doesn't mean being able. The most important step is action. Choose one technique from today's video and start applying it tomorrow morning. Don't try to implement all practices at once. That's a path to failure. Mastery is built gradually, stone by stone. Remember, every day you don't train concentration, your competitors get stronger. In a world where everyone gets distracted, a focused person is king. Start applying at least one technique today. If this video was helpful, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And in the comments, tell me which practice you'll try first. Share your results, it motivates not only you but other viewers too. See you in the next video where we'll cover even more powerful self-development techniques. Remember, your future depends on what you concentrate on today.